All right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm the priest Ainwa from the GMS South Carolina Midlands camp. Coming back once again through the spirit and through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaQuadash. Of course, before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaQuadash. Double honors to my apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect, man. All right, shalom. And I wanted to go into this article that I came across not too long ago, man. I was reading this article, and through the spirit, the Lord put the spirit on me to make a lesson going into this article. And basically just going into the times that we're in, man. We're in a time of great evil, right? Bad times coming to this place. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. So far, 2025, coined by our elder apostle Tahar, got distracted for a second. But this year was coined by elder apostle Tahar as the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and downfall of Esau Edom, right? Judgment. And so far, we're seeing a lot of judgment going out. And ultimately, we're seeing the stage that's being set, right? So a few things that, I've seen that they're definitely adamant about pushing. Ultimately, those LDs are coming back, the lockdowns, the pestilence, they're talking about another sickness. And also real hot and heavy. Something that they're pushing is the T attacks, man. Right? You see it right there. Just for code words, I'm going to call them TAs, man. Okay, you see it right there at the top of the screen. And that's what this article is talking about, man. So this is the time to be, keep your head on a swivel, man, being circumspect and knowing what times you're in, man. Right? As a matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, right? This is the time to be paying attention to what's going on, man, right? So that you don't get caught up in these perils and in these evils, right? Now, of course, the Lord is going to protect the elect, right? But we don't know that if we are the elect or not. So we got to make sure that we're praying and doing what we're supposed to be doing so that we can have the protection of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says for Salakia. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, right? And ultimately, that's what's about to take place, man. This great deliverance, right? The salvation of the elect. But this judgment got to go out first, man. Okay, so I'm gonna briefly read through this article. It says FBI, DHS, which stands for Department of Homeland Security, warn of likely TAs. Okay, it says. The Center Square, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and U.S. Department of Homeland Security are warning that a copycat TA could occur similar to the New Year's Day New Orleans attack. Right now, whether this is, and ultimately we understand that Esau is pushing this because he wants to take away more rights of you citizens, and he's going to do it by fear. Fear tactics. That's how the devil gets down, man. Right? Because we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let me grab that real quick. I know it's in Thessalonians. Let me take the S off real quick. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And when you go into this word devices, when you go into the definition, a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose of that which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes. So we're privy to Esau's wicked plans, his plots, his evil, wicked mental perceptions, man. Right. And that's all. And all of that was revealed to us by our Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. When you go to Amos 3:7, it says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So one of the secrets is, first of all, knowing who our enemy is, Esau Edom, right? The devil, the deceiver, Diablos, right? And knowing the mindset that he comes with, man. Right? That's why in uh what is that? Sirach 12:10, it tells you what? Never trust thine enemy. First of all, you gotta understand who your enemy is. Now, 2/3 of our people, they don't know that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is our enemy, right? And when we say so-called white man, that doesn't necessarily just mean all white people, so-called white people, right? Because Israel was scattered amongst all the nations, right? So you got to go by the spirit, man, right? Now, we ultimately, we're talking about our enemies are Edom, but we say so-called white man because that's a key indicator of who our enemy is, because his lack of melanin, his lack of pigmentation, that's a curse going back to the mark of Cain. And also Esau, when he was born, it said that he came out red. And Esau, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, it goes into the word Shashua, which means wasted away. Lack of pigmentation. That's what it's going into. Okay. Now it says the public service announcement urges Americans to remain vigilant, and for those living overseas who encounter kidnapping or hostage situations to call a toll-free number, blah, blah, blah. The FBI and DHS are concerned about possible copycat and retaliatory attacks due to the persistent appeal of vehicle ramming as a tactic for aspiring violent extremist attackers, the PSA says, which is, I believe is bullshit, with the whole copycat thing. And first of all, with all of the technology and Esau is pushing AI heavy everywhere. So if the AI technology is as great as you say it, or as you devils say it is, which is very powerful, right? Because the Lord on the left hand side gave Esau that particular miracle, right? Now, as powerful as AI is, you mean to tell me that you can't find these individuals that are planning these attacks, so on and so forth? It's all BS. But see, they want to push that, and I'm not saying that these attacks are not going on. Of course, they're going on, and it could be people who are sleeper cells. They could be up under hypnosis, so on and so forth, mind control, and have them doing these attacks. So that's why we got to make sure that we're staying vigilant, paying attention whenever we're out. And that's why the apostles and the bishops and the elders are telling brothers not to be going to the club, or we ain't really in that time. Now, of course, bros gonna do their thing, but at the same time, we gotta be circumspect, man. But when it comes to those clubs, we're not supposed to be in those clubs, man, because we're in a time of judgment. Heavy judgment is going out, and you really don't want to be surrounding yourself around a lot of non-believers, because judgment is going out, and we don't want to get caught up in it. But as far as going out, we still got to be amongst these people, because we got to go to the grocery store, got to go to work, so on and so forth, certain things. But that's why we got to be circumspect, man. And ultimately, the Lord is going to protect his elect. He's going to protect the true believers. But we still got to keep our head on a swivel and understand the times that we're in. It says previous attackers inspired by foreign T organizations who have conducted vehicle attacks in the United States and abroad have used rented, stolen, and personally owned vehicles, which are easy to acquire. Which I feel like if they really was, planning to do some serious damage, they wouldn't be doing vehicle rammings, man. They would be using, bombs and so on and so forth. But I'm just speaking as a man, right? But it says, which are easy to acquire. Some have used additional weapons, such as firearms and knives, to attack individuals after the vehicle has stopped. Additionally, attackers may attempt to conceal and pre-position improvised explosive devices to supplement a vehicle attack. And things is about to ramp up, man, right? Because we're in a time of great evils. Targets have included pedestrians, law enforcement, or military members, and crowded public venues, you see? So you want to make sure that you're not really around crowded public venues, but, it is what it is. But you definitely don't want to be going to no clubs or anything like that, man, including festivals, and, large gatherings of folly, man, and commercial centers, which generally are accessible from roadways. The PSA urges members of the public to remain vigilant about TAs report suspicious activity, blah, blah, blah. For U.S. citizens living overseas, the PSA encourages them to report missing persons or individuals, you know. And ultimately it's going into, so yeah, this right here. So basically they were saying that those hotlines that Biden, through the Biden administration, wasn't working. So right here it says President-elect Donald Trump has warned Hamas to release all hostages before he's sworn into office next week, or there will be hell to pay. So things is getting ready to ramp up, especially when DT, Donald Trump, Nero, when he actually takes office, and even leading up into him taking office, we don't know what's going to happen, man. So very exciting times, man, for the ones that's in the know. IT, which I don't want to say it, but you see it right there. IT incidents significantly increased under the Biden administration, and the greatest number on the U.S. T-Watch. So this is how you know that Trump is going to come with those strict draconian measures. See, they had Biden and their administration do so horrible so that they can actually have Trump to make it look like he's a savior, but really they're going to take away more and more of your rights. And that's what they want to do. You see? Which, y'all can go and read the rest of this. This is the article right here. Y'all can go and look it up. But yeah, we're living in some very serious times, man. Right? So I brought out Romans 13 and 11. Right? Let me grab this. Matthew 16 and 3. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? See, at the end of the day, you got these other camps that ain't talking about this stuff, man. They're not properly warning the flock and warning the sheep of what's about to take place, right? They're too busy, talking about things that are not really important at the moment, man. And then they're coming with their gimmicks and so on and so forth. But we're in the time of great evils. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, right? So you got to know the times that you're in, man, right? When you go to Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, alas, meaning woe, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Going into the 1/3, the ones that's on the know, that's in the know, that knows what's going on and understanding the times that we're in. Those are the ones that's going to be saved, man, during these, terrible times that's coming, that's fastly approaching, man. Right? So you got to make sure you're in the spirit and moving in the spirit and being circumspect and moving in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. You see, so that you don't get caught up in it. Okay? Let me grab this real quick. Salakia, that's not what I'm looking for. Let me grab this. Second Edges 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, going into the people being divided, and it's going to be a clash, man. Racial tension is building up, race wars, social wars, gender wars, so on and so forth. But all of this is stirring up, and then people are going to be on edge with the, so-called T attacks and with the immigrants, right? I saw this one video to where I believe it was in Texas, or I forgot where it was at, but they were pretty much rounding up, northern tribe and pretty much, racially profiling them. So a lot of people are going to be thinking that they're, calling them, terrorists. Right? Terrorists. I didn't want to say the word, but, it is what it is. If they take the video down, it is what it is at this point, man, because we understand that famine of hearing the word is coming as well. So, ultimately, we're in a time of Jacob's trouble, man. Right? So it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And a lot of people know that Esau is full of shit. So people are getting ready to rebel against the government on a high level. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You have martial law, right? And this could happen due to the fact of being on a statewide lockdown due to T attacks, man. Okay, And that could be martial law. So now we're seeing, we've been bringing these scriptures out for years, beginning with the apostles, the bishops, and the elders on down. But now we're in the time to where we're about to see these prophecies unfold, man. So you're going to see these same scriptures come out even more now. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see? So these are the times that we're in, man. The Lord is getting ready to do his thing. All hell is getting ready to break loose. And Lord willing, it's going to happen this year, man. You know, through the Spirit, bros are pretty much thinking through the Spirit that this is going to be a very heavy year, man. This very well could be that year when all hell breaks loose and possibly we get delivered, man. Lord willing, I'll be of the elect, man. You know? But I just wanted to go into that, man. I got to get back into the plantation. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, man. And we're in some evil times, some very serious times, but some beautiful times as well. But we're in a time of judgment, man. So make sure that you're being circumspect and keeping your head on a swivel and paying attention to your surroundings and understanding what time it is. But most importantly, praying, man. Pray without ceasing. Praying for protection of Yahweh Shem Shai and doing the work and moving in fear of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And you'll be all right, you know. But Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, double honors to my apostles and to my elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth who are the true leaders of Israel today, and also peace, love, blessings, and salutations